Hi everyone, this is Carol Ann Speaks, The State of Our World on Friday, July 9th, 2021. So what is it? Good, better, and different? Well, the coronavirus is still with us, reigning supreme. Absolutely supreme. Now, what else is happening in the world? A lot of things happening in the world. The Texas pushes the worst voter suppression bill in the country. Activists call on Biden to do more. Eswatini, formerly Swaziland in Africa, sees a brutal government crackdown on mass protests over inequality. And Lebanon faces dire crisis after the elite plundered the state for decades, exacerbating inequality. Those are the headlines. Now, President Biden said he will not send another generation of Americans to war. Biden steps up Afghanistan pullout. Haiti arrests Colombian ex-soldiers and 2 U.S. citizens for assassination of the president of Haiti. Africa suffers the worst week since the start of the coronavirus 19 epidemic. The White House coronavirus task force warns of surging cases in low vaccination areas, like in the South. Pfizer tweaking the vaccine to target Delta coronavirus variant will seek authorization for a third shot. Texas GOP unveils sweeping voter suppression measures in special legislative session. They don't want people to vote. 15 states drop case against Purdue Farmers bankruptcy plan in landmark opioids case. Opioids were basically manufactured and marketed by a large company of wealthy people, Purdue Pharmacy, and supposedly an agreement was worked out where they would the family, the Seckler family, would not be held accountable for anything, would not admit any blame, and would walk away with billions of dollars. I don't know what would happen with that. The White House vows to step up pressure on Russia after cyber attacks. Dozens killed in factory fire in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has very poor uh, uh, laws that protect workers. This reminds me of a fire we had in New York, Triangle Shirtwaist Company in New York in the early part of the 20th century, 1903, I think it was, where the owners of the factory locked the doors. They didn't want anyone to leave, they didn't want to stay there working. And that started more advanced firefighting techniques. However, the owners of the Shirtwaist company were not held accountable for that fire. And there's a fire in Bangladesh. I don't know if anyone would be held accountable. Okay. 3 suspects arrested in homophobic killing that spurred massive protests in Spain. European lawmakers suspend Hungary's funding over its attacks on LGBTQ rights. Israel continues demolition of Palestinian homes in occupied West Bank. That's very nice. And why can't we stop them? We give them billions of dollars that they use to demolish the homes of Palestinians and bomb them using our jets. El Salvador expels Mexican journalist amid crackdown on dissent. Pacific Northwest heat wave impossible without human carried climate change. And Governor Newsom of California asked Californians to reduce water use amid record heat and drought. A 14-year-old is the first African American Crips Spelling bee champion. Very nice. Congratulations. And Haiti declares state of siege after assassination of their president the other day. Now, so there's a lot of violence in the world, and don't understand, but that's the way it is. Israel continues demolition of Palestinian homes in the occupied West Bank. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli forces have destroyed homes in the Palestinian Bedouin community for the seventh time since November, claiming they were built without permits. Well, why don't you give them permits? You're stealing the land of the Palestinians. You give the robbers, the Israelis, Hebrews, permits to build their homes. Palestinian Authority officials said Wednesday's demolition left dozens of people homeless, including 35 children. This is evidence that the occupation state is carrying out state-sponsored terrorism against the Palestinian existence. Now 63 Palestinians have become homeless. 11 families had their homes demolished and confiscated. Even water tanks that a Palestinian citizen uses to provide water for their family and their livestock, they were confiscated and destroyed by the occupation. Israel's a wonderful country. Elsewhere in the occupied West Bank, Israel's military blew up the family home of a Palestinian American man accused of killing an Israeli teenager. Thursday's explosions leveled the home of Mr. Shalaby, who says her estranged husband rarely visited the property. Israel's home demolition drew a rare rebuke from the State Department, which said Secretary of State Anthony Blinken raised the issue with senior Israeli officials. Human rights groups have condemned Israel's punitive home demolitions as collective punishment and a violation of the Fourth Geneva Convention. Yet Israel gets away with all this stuff. We keep giving them money. We give them billions of dollars a year. I think to the Palestinians, we give them millions. Very, very unfair. I hope things will change. Our policy towards Israel is very one-sided, but that's the way it is. Now, what else is new? Well, we're leaving Afghanistan. We plan to be out of there by the end of August, and we leave behind a lot of Afghan people who worked as translators and other capacities for this military, and things are in the works to get them visas and get them out of Afghanistan to the U.S. But why wasn't this started long ago? I don't know. Don't none of the U.S. appreciate the work these people have done? They've risked their lives. They all should get U.S. citizenship and transportation with their families and all their possessions to the United States. Now, this isn't the first time the U.S. has left behind people and started a war that they didn't complete. Vietnam in the 1960s and 1970s, they left there, and they left people who had helped them. Just abandoned the war. Why did they start the war? Communism is bad. Oh yes, but what we do is good. Yeah, we are killing everybody. We're killing their crops. We're killing their people. Vietnamese suffered because of U.S. imperialism. Afghanistan people have suffered because of U.S. imperialism, and the Kurds too. During the 1980s, I believe there was a war. Iraq, was fighting with Iran, and that was when President Bush, the father, was president, and we encouraged the Kurds to rebel, and then we would help them, and they rebelled, and we didn't help them, and many were slaughtered by the Iraqi forces. And then in this under Trump, we abandoned the Kurds. The Kurds were in Syria and near the Turkish border, and the president of Turkey wanted them out because he was afraid they were going to influence the Kurdish people in Turkey and to rebel against Turkey. So anyway, we abandoned Syria. It helped us in the war on terrorism, and we didn't look back. So the Kurds, the Afghan people, the Vietnamese people, they've all suffered before because of American imperialism and not willing to do what they're supposed to do to help everybody. Now, what else is new? I don't know. It's tiring. Okay, how about a little song? Amazing Grace, Michael Hammer. All right, here's one called 500 Miles. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know all the words. If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 500 miles. Lord, I'm one. Lord, I'm two. Lord, I'm three. Hey, Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Not a shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go on home this away, this away, this away, this away, this away. Lord, I can't go on home this away. Okay, that's 500 miles. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, July 9th, 2021, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you'll be back with us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, take care of yourself and others, practice social distancing, wear a mask when you go when you have to, and when the vaccine is available for you and it's safe for you to take it, I would take it. I had mine on May 27th. I'm fine. I had 2 sore arms, and I was tired, but I'm good now. So anyway, thank you for listening. Hope to see you all back here tomorrow. Take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night.